Scorpio, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the week ahead. Keeping in mind that these are general readings and may not resonate for everyone. So make sure to check out your other placements because you could have messages there as well. And if you're interested in a personal reading, I am offering a promotion for the month of May, and you can get those details in the description below. It's a good time to get a reading if you've been wanting one. All right, my friends, let's dive in. We're going to do a Celtic cross today for Scorpio and see what's the current energy around Scorpio for the week ahead. What's the current energy around Scorpio for the week ahead? Three of Cups is coming through, Scorpio. So you may be focused on relationships this week. You may be really thinking about the relationships in your life that feel like they're the most supportive, the ones that have your back, the ones you turn to when you want to celebrate or when you need a shoulder or an ear. You know what I mean? So that's interesting. Let's see what the obstacle is to these relationships currently for you. Okay, so there may be a difficult conversation that is creating an obstacle between you and a relationship right now. It kind of doesn't feel like a romantic relationship when I see the Three of Cups. Kind of feels like a friendship, or it could be a sibling, or it seems like there's a difficult conversation that has either happened or needs to happen. Kind of feels like it already happened for some of you, and it's created sort of a feeling of defeat around a relationship in your life. And so you may have had some hurtful words between you and someone, or there may have just been a misunderstanding. It doesn't have to be a super dramatic moment, but it may have been. But it kind of feels like it could have been a misunderstanding, a miscommunication, someone misspoke. It kind of left you both feeling defeated, though, at the end of it. Like nobody felt like they won or that they got their point across. You know what I mean, Scorpio? Really interesting. Let's see here. What is top of mind for Scorpio right now? What is top of mind for Scorpio? What are they conscious of right now? Top of mind for Scorpio. Oh, interesting, the Devil. So this is all about shadow work and releasing things that have a grip on us. So there may be a relationship in your life right now, Scorpio, where there's been a lot of misunderstandings and miscommunications, and it's really bringing up something that you need to release, something that may be disempowering or something that makes you feel helpless, like a victim, and you're sort of feeling like you can't let it go, like it's got a grip on you, almost like an addiction or some kind of pattern of behavior that you're having a really hard time breaking when it comes to a certain relationship. Seeing this energy makes me feel like it could be a codependent relationship. And Three of Cups is Cancer energy. The Devil is Capricorn energy. And the Five of Swords is Aquarius energy. Just in case any of those sort of resonate for you in the moment, this really feels like something is like codependent, and there's no headway. There's no way you can make yourself clear to this person or make yourself understood. Feels like there's a lot of difficulties in conversation with someone. Seeing the Empress on the bottom of the deck. So for some of you, this person may have had sort of a motherly what's the word I'm looking for? Like a motherly sort of aspect to them, or a feeling around them when they're with you. They feel nurturing, kind of feel like they are very grounding, and they bring about this feeling of safety and security usually for you, but it almost feels like it's gone in the other direction. Very interesting. Let's see here. What is at the root of all of this? What is driving this for Scorpio at this time? Inner strength coming out. So that really shows me that what this is sort of a difficult moment for you with something to do with the relationship, but it's almost like it's teaching you something. This is teaching you how resilient you are. This is teaching you how strong, resilient you are, and how you can overcome any obstacle that comes in your way. It really feels like you're very wise and intelligent. You're coming through as the King of Swords here, and the King of Swords is very wise, intelligent, logical, able to shift his perspective, so that he's very adaptable and dynamic mentally. And this makes me feel like you're also holding the truth about something, that this misunderstanding may have come about because of some kind of, trying to prove your point about something, because it feels like you're holding the truth, but that you're really having a hard time breaking your connection with someone here. This is Leo energy, if that adds to the story for you a bit here. Very interesting. That King of Swords is Aquarius energy as well. Okay, so let's see, what are the past influences here for Scorpio? We see the Queen of Swords coming out in reverse. We just saw the the King of Swords. Queen of Swords in reverse in the past says to me that there may have been past experiences that turned you a little jaded when it comes to relationships, that you may have had difficulties in relationships in the past that have sort of colored your experience with relationships to say, well, they never work out for me. I never have good luck with relationships, or I always get let down by relationships, or I'm never quite understood by my partners, or people turn their backs on me and betray me in relationships. So it feels like there's been a wound here in the past when it comes to certain relationships that's actually moving into your present energy as well when we have a look here. The Queen of Swords in reverse can also be a time where we become so hurt by the things that have happened that we become very cold, and we become very sort of ready to sort of take that sword and just sort of slice through things, very cold, very callous. But it's a defense mechanism. It's not that you're cold and callous, Scorpio, but it's almost like a defense mechanism to protect yourself from being hurt in relationships. Now, what is the upcoming energy here around? Oh, beautiful. Upcoming energy. Look at that. It's temperance. It's patience. It's the opposite of this energy here. This is really about being grounded in the present moment and trusting that everything is going to work out somehow, even if you can't see how yet. You just have to trust that it's going to. And it feels like being patient and sort of just taking a deep breath and knowing that in this moment, all will be well, is moving forward for you. Coming up in the upcoming energy, there's a peaceful energy around that temperance card that feels like all will be well, and that sort of there's a divine timing at work here. When we see the water moving from chalice to chalice, that takes time, and we're not in control of the timing. There almost feels like there's something outside of your control here. Now, let's just move this up a bit so we can get the rest of the cards. Now, bottom of the deck is the Five of Cups. So I really feel like someone has disappointed you. I really feel like someone has let you down. I feel like you're emotionally right now at a place where you're very vulnerable, and you may be looking at the past and sort of have your head hanging down because you can't believe how things have gone. You can't believe that these 3 cups have been spilled. But look, there's 2 new cups right behind you waiting for a new beginning. And so these 3 cups are here in the beginning part of your reading. So something happened. There may have been significant people in your life that have really betrayed you or really have hurt you in some way with their words. Because of that Five of Swords, I feel like there may have been some painful words spoken, and that you feel emotionally very let down by this. Wow. Let's see, how does Scorpio feel about themselves right now? The Emperor, I like that. So that's father figure energy. So, it almost feels like right now you're focused on that divine masculine energy where you feel like you have to take action on something, that you have to be a leader here, that you have to stand up for something and sort of go the distance with it. And I'm really feeling that father energy coming through right now. So if you happen to be listening and you're a father, I feel like you really resonate with the archetype of a father. So you're caring, you're protective, you're nurturing, but you're also very strong and protective. And you may be feeling a little bit like you want to protect yourself right now too, when I see that in this position, that you may feel the need to sort of protect yourself and be a leader and stand up for yourself. And it's interesting because I did sort of feel like there were painful words here and a codependent relationship that's not serving you. And so it almost feels like you have to have the courage and the strength. When we see that strength card too, these are both Aries, or sorry, this is Leo, this is Aries energy coming through here for you. And so I think you really identify as a father archetype, doesn't matter what the gender is, but that you're identifying with that divine masculine right now. Seeing the Ace of Cups in reverse here tells me that you need to love yourself unconditionally here, even if some key people in your life have failed to show you that love, that you need it right now more than ever to give to yourself, Scorpio. Now, let's see, how do other people see Scorpio right now? How does Scorpio come through to others right now? The Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is a time where we have to look at things from a different perspective. We need to, I say we have to, but really we need to. And it's a time where there may be a very difficult situation in your life right now that you're needing to look at from a different perspective, or there may be a moment of challenge or obstacle that you're not sure how to overcome. And what will serve you best is to look at things from a different perspective, perhaps a more patient and trusting perspective from what we see in the upcoming energy coming through here. Now, let's see, what are the hopes and fears for Scorpio at this time? We see the Death card in reverse. So your hopes and your fears are that something is going to transform, that something is going to change, that something is going to shift. But I think your fear is that what if it shifts in a direction that isn't the direction you're hoping for, right? So ultimately, you're hoping for change, but you're also afraid of change because the outcome might not be the one that you're focused on. In your mind, you might be thinking, well, what if it goes another way? What if it goes this way? And so I think that there's quite a bit of fear around change, but there's also a hope for some change. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. So that says to me that you're overwhelmed by emotion right now. And so, of course, being afraid of change makes sense. When we're really overwhelmed by emotion, we're not grounded, we're not feeling stable, we're not feeling secure, we're very overwhelmed. And so things can seem like we're drowning. We can feel like we can't reach the surface to grab a breath of air. So this is a time to really breathe deeply, Scorpio, and trust that all will be well. All will be well. And to really visualize and focus that energy on that outcome being the one that serves your highest good. That this situation is serving my highest good, and that even now, in this obstacle and moment of fear of change, everything is working out for me in my highest good. You know what I mean? Let's see what the potential outcome is here for Scorpio. What is the potential outcome? Look at that, Four of Wands. That's such a wonderful outcome card, and that's coming out with the Page of Swords, which to me signifies a message of good news when I see it with this Four of Wands. So I really think that you're going to cross the finish line when it comes to something, and it's going to bring in a lot of inner reward, a lot of inner peace, a lot of satisfaction that you were able to sort of make it through this difficult period. And I feel like you're getting a message about that. Like you're going to receive this message that it all will truly be well, and you're going to see it happening as an outcome here moving forward into this week. Again, the King of Cups remains on the bottom of the deck, so I know right now it's really even difficult to take a breath, but try to look at things from a different perspective. Try to see yourself as a leader here. Try to remember that you have the inner strength to overcome any obstacle here, Sagittarius, Scorpio. So you may be dealing with a Sagittarius. Now, let's see here. close this reading for Scorpio, what is the highest energy? What are the highest guidances and the highest guidance and energies? FYI, this card here, Temperance, is Sagittarius energy. So I just want to point that out. I've been mentioning the other signs. So let's see here. What is the highest guidance for Scorpio to close this reading? Oh, by the way, this Death card is Scorpio energy. So you may be fearing an outcome very much close that's personal to you because it's the same sign as you. Interesting. Okay, let's see. Highest guidance for Scorpio to close this reading. So we're seeing here and now come out. So trying to stay away from thinking about the past and away from thinking about the future. That's the only card that wanted to come out for you. So this is about staying grounded in the present moment, just like this Temperance card was asking you to do, to trust, stay in the present. Don't think about the past and don't worry about the future right now. Just stay grounded in the now. That's where you have power, and that's where you're going to feel the most empowerment, is in this present moment. Let's just look at the bottom of the deck. Look at that. Divine timing, tick-tock. Everything is working out exactly how it needs to for this story to sort of come into this Four of Wands moment where you cross a finish line and you move into a new chapter. And I feel like you're going to receive a message about that soon, maybe even this week. All right, my friends, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I hope it's been helpful and resonated for you. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate all your support, and I look forward to reading for you again soon, my friends. Take care, and I'm sending you so much love.